Under there.
Whoa, look at that.
All the way around.
What a fun activity. It's okay, we're all done. We're gonna go now, honey. We're gonna go. We're gonna be done now. Oh, look at this bad boy. I'll update you guys on what the doctor said when we get home. Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Past few, I guess it's been 6 days since I first broke my foot, have gone by so quickly and also in a complete blur. Luckily, my mother-in-law was able to come down on Sunday and stay, and she's been here and just so incredibly helpful. She just took Hugo out to the park so that he can get outside a bit, and we went to the doctor this morning and I have really good news to report. So originally Jeff was supposed to come with me to the doctor, but he couldn't get off work this morning. It's been really busy. And so my mother-in-law and Hugo came, and Hugo did really well, all things considering. And the orthopedic surgeon came in and he was like, oh, have you been putting weight on your foot? And I was like, no, because the ER doctor said not to. So he cut off that splint cast. And I think I got a little bit of footage of that. My foot it's so swollen, but it reminds me a lot of when I was pregnant, and it's not as swollen as it was when I was pregnant. And there's definitely some bruising and some black and blue on the side of my foot, and he said that that's normal and that it'll start to move down toward my toes, and that's just it sort of spreading and healing itself, which is great. And he said that my break is in a place where it should heal on its own and I won't need surgery, which is the best news, and that I can wear a boot and start to gradually introduce more and more weight on my foot and eventually be able to, while wearing the boot, function without the crutches. So it's honestly, it's kind of best case scenario is the boot and no crutches and being able to put some weight on it, because then I can take care of Hugo and not be such a burden on friends and family. So I was so happy. We all did a little celebration dance when he said that. So yeah, I won't need surgery. And what's funny is they were like, oh, we can fit you for a boot here if you want. Let's just see how much your insurance will cover. And I've we have pretty good insurance. Insurance was only going to cover 50% of the boot, and they charge $300 for their boot. $300. So they're it would be $150. And I quickly looked up on Amazon. You can get a really good boot for $50. So I just ordered one on Amazon. And all the reviews, everyone was saying that they used it for third and fourth or fifth metatarsal breaks. And my doctor had said, oh, so cute, I see Hugo outside. My doctor had said that I could wear a boot or a hospital shoe, that's fine. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased and really happy. So we're thinking that my mother-in-law might go back in a few days, and I will try to not do it alone, because I still have family members here who can help, but I think with the boot it'll be just so much better, and I think I can then take care of Hugo on my own. So we'll see. I'm getting the boot tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna take a shower because I haven't showered in maybe a week and a half. I washed my hair the other night. Jeff helped me. I held my hair above over the bath, and he washed it out because my hair was gross. And the night that I broke my foot and I went to dance, I had used hairspray to hold it back in a ponytail, because I was thinking I'll just take a shower tonight, it'll be fine. Oh my gosh, I couldn't, obviously. And so it's been a long time since I've taken a shower. I'm gross. I'm feeling I need over these next few weeks to have a real mommy glow up moment, because I'm just feeling so yucky from sitting on the couch all week. But also, let's be real, this has been I'm choosing to look at this whole experience as a blessing in disguise, because when was the last time that I was able to rest like this? Before Hugo was born, for sure. Probably the last time that I just rested was the day, I remember this, the day my water broke and the day I went to the hospital with Hugo was the first full 24 hours before I realized my water had broken, that I like actually was resting. And so I'm choosing to look at this as like a blessing in disguise. Like I've had so much help these past few days. I've been able to just rest and like recover, and that's like the best. So I'm gonna go take a shower, or attempt to. Now that my foot is wrapped, I can unwrap it, which is great. The other splint was like pretty much like a cast and needed to be cut off. So yeah, that's the update. It's all really good, really positive news. So that's good. So this is like all the up close and personal foot content none of you asked for. But I'm going to take this off now for my shower. And let's see how it's doing. Oh. Ooh, yeah. So you can see, oh, gross. You couldn't really tell in the doctor's office. You can really see there. So this is all like green and blue. And then my actual foot color. But the doctor said that's totally normal. And the swelling is normal. So that is all positive. I'm all clean. Taking a shower was a little tricky, but I am forever grateful for the little stool that we have, or like little bench we have in our shower, and the shower handle door. The shower door handle was really helpful, but I feel so good. Oh my gosh, so lovely. Any meanie, any meanie. Hi guys, good morning. What's today? Thursday. So officially 1 week since I broke my foot. Exciting. It's definitely feeling a little bit better today, a little less swollen, but it's definitely feeling a little more sore. And I think that's because I've been trying to mobilize it and put like a little bit of weight on it. The doctor said gradually I can start doing that, and so I think like the sooner I can start doing that, probably the better in terms of recovery. Jess' mom just took Hugo out to do a little bit of shopping, so it'll be fun to see what they get up to. And I'm just going to do some computer stuff. Pro to like being stuck on the couch or like off my feet is that I can do a lot of like computer admin work stuff that maybe I would put off normally. And yeah, the plan for today is just like hang out. It's a gorgeous day out. I think my mom's gonna come over a little bit later. She's gonna bring some step stools, so we're gonna see if we can set up some step stools near the bed, so that if I'm here by myself with Hugo, and if I can't put my weight fully on my foot yet, or I'm having a hard time, that Hugo can just step up onto the bed. I should get my boot today in the mail, which is really exciting. I'm excited to like see how that feels. Oh, I see him outside, so cute. And yeah, that's the general gist for the day. Pretty straightforward, but that's my life right now. Everything is like pretty low-key. This is me trying not to gain 10 pounds while resting my foot. I'm doing such a good job at it. Hugo and I just took a little bit of a rest. I think my mother-in-law is resting too, and we might go to DSW in a little bit. Hugo is like this close to growing out of his size 6 Nike sneakers, which I am obsessed with and love. And I actually got them at DSW, so I'm hoping that they still carry them and I can get him the next size up, or if they have like other cute options. Otherwise, I'll have to order them online. But yeah, that's the day. I'm sorry, I'm so out of breath. I'm like hobbling over here on the crutches, holding my phone. Hugo's watching Mickey Mouse, so I'm sure you can hear. And so yeah, that's the idea. We might go to DSW. And hopefully we get him some new shoes. Mine too though, so I could always... Jeez. We are not having success. Ooh, it is warm. I'm sure you can hear the air conditioning going. We had no luck in DSW, unfortunately. They did not have a size. I was looking for a size 7, which must be a popular toddler size. And I really want the same, I forgot what they're called, but I want the same Nikes that he has now, and they didn't have them in his size. So I'll just order them online because the price difference isn't really that extreme. So yeah, that's what I'll do. And unfortunately, they didn't have any other shoes for him. We're gonna head back home now. And my mom should be over soon. Oh my gosh, and the most exciting package came. The most exciting, and I'll show you when we get home. Look what came in the mail. It's our convertible car seat. I am so excited. So on Instagram, I talked about in a few of my stories how we were struggling to pick out a convertible car seat for Hugo because he is pretty well outgrown his infant car seat. And after a lot of research going back and forth between the Great Go Forever or the Nuna Rava, we eventually decided on the Maxi Cosi Magellan Max 5-in-1, which has like all of the features that we were looking for. Super safe. We got it in possibly the most impractical color, this color sand, but it's so beautiful. It's so pretty, and the whole cover zippers off and you can throw it in the wash and the dryer. And I'll make a whole video on like possibly unboxing it depending on how my foot is doing and doing like first impressions. I'll definitely do a review on it. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Those cup holders. Yeah, so great. Look what just came in the mail. It's my boot. Reminds me of those Nike shoes that you used to pump up.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's see if it fits.
Well, if you ever heal, then...
Well, it feels good, and it definitely provides enough protection and support.
It's flat on the bottom, which is great.
Yeah, well, and there's like a little bit of a rock too, yeah. So like when it starts to heal, like when I'm on week 4 or 5, I can, start to put a little more weight on it.
That's right, this is the end of the first week.
Yeah, it's just week 1.
Well, it's great. You've been able to keep it elevated, no weight at all.
Yeah. My mother-in-law is giving Hugo a bath right now after dinner time. And I really like the boot. I've only had it for maybe an hour and 50 minutes, but 10 out of 10 would recommend, especially since it was only $50 and it's like nearly identical to the one that cost $300 or $150 with my insurance from the doctor's office. So I'm pretty pleased about that. I'm going to stay using the crutches. My nails are disgusting. I'm gonna keep using the crutches for probably the next like week, maybe 2 weeks, just so that I don't put any unnecessary weight on my foot. And then I don't like all of a sudden think like, now I have this boot, so I'm 100% better. When in actuality, it's only been a week. And I think as hard as it is to take it like low and slow, if I do, then my foot will actually heal, versus if I try to like do too much too soon, then it's possible that I could either like re-injure my foot or prevent it from healing in a timely manner, or like something worse. So I'm going to keep using the crutches, but it's so nice to know that I can put weight on my foot with the boot without it hurting, and I can almost like put like very little weight on my foot, but my foot can still be on the ground in the boot, and it can level me off so that I don't need the crutches at like say the counter, so that if I was making Hugo food, I could without worrying about falling over. Like without the boot, I was just balancing on one foot like a flamingo, and that's a lot of work for my right hip muscles, and like those muscles started to fatigue a bit, but more so than that, like not being stable. And if, Hugo were to come up and grab my leg or something, I wouldn't be able to put my left foot down to steady myself, but now I can with the boot. So all good things, all positive things. Jeff actually had to do a bit of traveling for work today. Can't remember if I mentioned that, but I sent him pictures of the car seat and of my boot, and he's really excited about both as well. And yeah, he'll be back late tonight. My mom is supposed to be here, fingers crossed, in like the next half hour. She is bringing, again, I can't recall if I mentioned this, I think I did. She's bringing some step stools that hopefully we can use for Hugo to get in and out of the bed. Because normally I just pick him up and put him into the bed. He can get out of the bed by himself. He knows like feet first. But putting him into the bed is kind of tricky. But maybe now that I have the boot, it won't be. I'm not sure. I haven't tried yet. She's bringing some step stools, so hopefully she gets here before Hugo goes to sleep so we can try those. And that's the update for today. Hi guys, what's today? Friday. Oh my gosh, it's Friday! Yay! When you wear the same outfit every single day and do the same thing every single day, forget what day it is. This has felt so much like postpartum when you get home from the hospital that it's crazy. It's not nearly quite as fun because there is no baby. However, I'm definitely getting more sleep than I was when I was home with Hugo for the first time. But it's reminding me so much of that time that like, you don't know what day it is, you don't know what time it is, it doesn't really even matter because you're just doing the same thing every single day. So I can't remember for the life of me if I mentioned in yesterday's clips about the car seat why we ended up going with the Maxi Cosi Magellan Max. I had asked on Instagram a few times what some of your favorites were, and a lot of you loved the Graco Forever, and that was pretty well tied at the top of our list with the Nuno Rava. And the Nuno Rava is sort of the top end of the like price scale, almost like $500. But Jeff and I really liked a lot of the features, and I liked that the fabric didn't have any like chemicals on it, and I liked the look of it, like the safety features. But I also really liked the Graco Forever, and I was like, well, it's, sorry, I feel like I have something in my teeth. I was like, it's like nearly half the price, and with all, like it has a booster included, which the Nuno Rava doesn't. And so we kept like trying to figure out which one we're gonna have or get. And then we were like this close to just ordering the Graco, and I asked my best friend, which is like Mom 101, like you text your friends who have kids, especially kids who are like a little bit older than yours, that's the first thing you do. I don't know why I didn't, that just silly. But her daughter had has the Maxi Cosi Priya. And so I looked into Maxi Cosi, and I came upon the Magellan and then the Magellan Max. And it really was like such a good compromise between the Nuno Rava and the Graco Forever. So if you're in a similar position where you like the Nuno Rava, you're hesitant on the price point, also not like loving the idea that it doesn't convert to a booster, so like you can't use it for longer, and just like another thing you have to buy, and you like the Graco, I think the Maxi Cosi is like such a good compromise between the two. And what I really loved about the Maxi Cosi, which sold us on the Magellan Max over the Graco Forever, was that the booster is a full back booster. So I'm going to do an unboxing and first impressions of the Maxi Cosi, and I mentioned this in that video, but I feel like for vlogs, like moms who are watching this, it give you like a little bit more insight, a little bit like less rushed. But the boost, when I found out that the Maxi Cosi has like all of the same convertible features as the Graco Forever, but that the booster actually has the full back, that's what sold me on it. And I was like, that's it, we're getting that one. Because I remember as a kid, like I think they're both equally safe, but I remember as a kid having the full back booster and just really feeling comfortable in it, really feeling safe, and like that was my personal preference. And so when I saw the Maxi Cosi Magellan Max converted it into a booster but kept the back, I was like, that's the perfect car seat. So price point, it's a little more expensive than the Graco Forever, but not by a ton. And I really like the Max has spring-loaded straps, so that when you're done with the straps, they sort of pull away from the car seat, and then they stay there, so that they're always like really easy to find. And what were some other features? That's something that the Max has that the regular Magellan doesn't. And then there were like other like, you know, premium fabrics that the Max has that the Magellan regular one doesn't, but that like you don't necessarily need. And then yeah, everything else like safety wise was like great and checked off. Rear seating was like a big thing, because we want to keep Hugo rear facing for as long as possible, but he's such a long baby. He's 33.5 inches and 30 pounds, so he's definitely on like the bigger side of things. And so the Graco Forever, you can sit your child rear facing for longer. I think it's up to like something really like insane, like 65 pounds or something. Don't quote me on that. But the Nuno Rava is only 45 pounds rear facing, and then the Maxi Cosi I think was in between, so it was like 50 or 55 pounds, which is great. And the Maxi Cosi Magellan doesn't have like an extra legroom feature that the Graco Forever does, but I think we'll be fine because the Maxi Cosi has, I think it's 7 different adjustments that you can put the convertible car seats to accommodate like the length of your child. So I think it'll be okay. Anyway, that was our reasoning behind going with the Maxi Cosi Magellan Max over the Graco Forever and the Nunaraba. My mother-in-law took my son to his gym class today. I'm so happy it's Friday. Jeff is going to be home this weekend and it's just going to be great. I think we decided that I am going to be staying here. I think that in the long run, although like the first 2 weeks are going to be really hard because I'm still using the crutches and still can't pull full weight on my foot, I think as long as we like go food shopping and like get a lot of groceries during the weekend and don't feel the pressure to have to go out, I think I'll be fine. And I just think keeping Hugo in his own environment, like in his own routine, even though it might be more stressful for me, is probably better for him. And yeah, it's just been so wonderful to have the help from my mother-in-law. It's been like such a blessing. I could not have done this week without her, like no way, no how. And it's just been so great to have the help of family and friends. Like, oh my gosh, just such a blessing. And anyway, I think I'm going to finish this weekly vlog here because this weekend, like, listen, this is what I'm doing all day, every day, just chilling on the couch. And it's just gonna be nice to have Jeff home. Things have been pretty stressful at work for him, and so I think it'll just be nice to chill and spend some time with my mother-in-law and Hugo and everything. So I will see you guys next week. I think this weekend we'll probably unbox the car seat and stuff, but I'm going to make a separate video for that so you'll get to see it. And then eventually I'll get to show it to you guys in the car. But like, don't know when that's going to be because like, when am I going to be driving again? Anyway, again, my foot's healing just fine. Today I took the wrap off and the boot off and like, it's actually looking really good. So anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you guys so much for your love and support and well wishes on here and on Instagram. You guys are the best. I love you all so much. And I'll see you next one.